Hi everyone! I don't know what the lighting is like because it's the evening. I've got the main light on and my fairy light on, so hopefully it's decent. I don't have much time, but I just received my box of stories, so I'm gonna open it right now. But because I don't have much time, I won't be going into too much detail about every single book, as I normally do these things anyway. So let's open it. I believe this is the box in which I'm supposed to be receiving 5 books, because I think every third box you get an extra one. So let's see. There are definitely 5 books in there. So the first one I see here is The Man Who Spoke Snakish by Andres Kivirak. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But okay, definitely have never seen that one. So Limet, a young boy growing up in the forest, is content living with his hunter-gatherer family. But when incomprehensible outsiders arrive aboard ships and settle nearby with an intriguing new religion, the forest begins to empty. People are moving to the village and breaking their backs, tilling fields to make bread. Meanwhile, Limet and the last forest-dwelling humans refuse to adapt. With bare-bottomed primates and their love of ancient traditions, promiscuous bears and a single giant, louse, they live in shacks, keep wolves and speak to snakes. Don't know what to think about it. Completely different to what I've ever heard of. It looks massive. It's only 440 pages and the font is actually quite big. So, oh, there's a card in there. That was a little bit unexpected. Anyway, so that's book number 1. Then I've got Escape Pod, P-O-D. Not too sure. Who's the author? The author? It looks like there are different authors. It looks like... Is it a short story collection? I've got no idea. Okay, it looks like it's a podcast combination. Don't know how I feel about it. But yes. Celebrate the 15th anniversary of the Hugo Award nominated science fiction podcast Escape Pod, P-O-D. Since 2005, Escape Pod has been at the forefront of a new fiction revolution, bringing the finest short fiction to millions of listeners worldwide. Now editors Moore Lafferty and S.B. Divya bring you 15 science fiction stories from fan favourite authors. From reality engineering to the budding theatre group on a generation ship, bizarre alien species to clockwork automata, visions of a polluted and broken world to global rewilding projects, teddy bear spiders to tiger lawyers. I'm not normally a fan of short stories, but I'm willing to give it a go with science fiction. So, okay, that's interesting. Next one is a chunker, but we've got River of Gods by Ian MacDonald. And it's one of those, I think it's like a classic, potentially classic one. It's massive. How many pages is that? It's 560 pages. August 15th, 2047. As Mother India approaches her centenary, 9 people are going about their business. A gangster, a cop, his wife, a politician, a stand-up comic, a set designer, a journalist, a scientist, and a dropout. And so is AJ, the waif, the mind reader, the prophet, when she one day finds a man who wants to stay hidden. In the next few weeks, they will all be swept together to decide the fate of the nation. A war is fought, a love betrayed, a message from a different world decoded as the Great River Ganges flows on. I don't really think it gives us too much detail, but I'm willing to give it a go. Definitely never heard of this book before, but I'm excited. What genre is it? Sci-fi, fantasy, I think? Or sci-fi? I don't know. I'll find out when I read it. Next one is This One Sky Day by Leon Ross. That, I must admit, is the most unusual cover I've ever seen. It's very bright. It's just unusual. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's another chunker though. Well, actually it's 460 pages, just looks bigger, but the font is actually not that small. So, dawn breaks across the archipelago, I don't know how to pronounce that word, of Popisho. The world is stirring awake again, each resident with their own list of things to do. A wedding feast to conjure and cook, a cheating husband to discover, a lost soul to set free. As the sun rises, two star-crossed lovers try to find their second chance of abiding love. When night falls, all have been given a gift, and many are no longer the same. The sky is pink, and some wonder if it will ever be blue again. I'm confused by this. What genre is it? I've got absolutely no idea. But it's a big book. It's massive. I literally don't know what to think about it because, again, I don't feel like the blurb does give much detail. I'll have to have a look at reviews and things like that because I don't even know what genre it is. If I'm honest though, the blurb doesn't quite sound as interesting to me right now, but I won't be judging it yet until I actually try it. So we'll see. And then the last one looks like a fantasy, and that one is By Force Alone by Lavi Tider. Again, a very unusual cover. Again, never heard of it, never seen it, which is the best thing about books of stories. So, when there's a legend, there's a lie. The romance have gone. While their libraries smolder, roads decay, and cities crumble, men with sword pick over civilization's carcass, slaughtering and being slaughtered in turn. This is the story of just such a man. Like the others, he had a sword. He slew until slain. Unlike the others, we remember him. We remember King Arthur. This is a story of a land neither green nor pleasant, of a legend forged from a pack of self-serving, turd-gilding, weasel-worded lies, taught to justify foul deeds and ill-gotten gains. This is a story of a Dark Age myth that shaped a nation. Okay, that sounds interesting. I think it's more of a fantasy book. I'm actually more excited about this one because it just sounds interesting. This feels like such a mixture of different things. Let me just show you the stack here. I don't quite know how to react or how to feel about it. I'm actually excited about this one because it sounds quite different, with like people almost living in caves and like back in the day, centuries ago. It could be completely wrong, but it just sounds interesting. I'm intrigued by this one for sure. Then I'm also kind of intrigued by the short stories, of sci-fi short stories. Like I said before, I'm not a fan of short stories, but I'm willing to give that one a go. And actually that one sounds quite intriguing as well. I don't know what it's going to be like. Again, I'm going to have to look up reviews. Not too sure on these two, if I'm honest, but they could be good books, and they're supposedly good books, as a box of stories always does. But I don't know what to think of these ones. I will just make up my mind when I get to them. So yeah, I might just one day have to make a video, maybe like a reading vlog, in which I'm just reading books from a box of stories. Maybe different genres or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to do that one day, I think. So yeah, these are the books that I got in a box of stories today. Please let me know if you've heard of them before or if you've read them. That'd be interesting to know. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!